When I first told you about the details of the project, and the first words that were uttered out of my mouth were, so I made an isekai.
Yeah.
What was your initial reaction? I need to know.
Honestly, I was very proud. That could mean so much, honestly.
Yeah.
What is and what isn't an isekai at this point?
Yeah,
Facts.
That is true.
If you get on a plane in a show, is it an isekai?
Oh, that's yeah.
Not sure about that.
If
If you go into space,
well, you're transported to another world, right? Via plane.
If you're asking someone like, oh, what are you doing next week? And you're like going to another country, you don't go, oh, sorry, I'll be in another world.
I'm going to use myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what is a world?
what is the world?
You guys were talking about Jamiroquai earlier as well, right? Bro, I got a notification on YouTube. They told me I was in the top 0.1% of Jamiroquai listeners.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I only listen to Jamiroquai.
I was going to say, you got to be pretty... You got to go to sleep to that. And then.
Well, not far off.
Yeah.
I always start with Jamiroquai on whenever I listen to music.
Ah,
I just play a random Jamiroquai song.
Yeah.
nice.
So I'm learning how to do slap bass. And so naturally I'm like, I should listen to some funk. And then I was like, I'll listen to some Jamiroquai. And I was listening to the first album.
I don't know what kind of, it's like, what do they call it? Like acid funk or something? It's something weird they said it was. And I was like, I don't know. It's like the beeps and boops.
Is it acid funk?
Something like that. It was something like that. I don't know what it was.
Acid jazz maybe? No, not acid
Maybe.
jazz.
Well, acid, it's not... How psychedelic is it?
Not really.
Not
Yeah,
very,
so-
not very.
I would just call it funk.
I would call it funk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had to do a bit of
Acid implies it's slightly psychedelic.
I got a thing going on right now where I've been given like psychedelic 50s stuff as like reference. And so I've been going through that, just trying to get acquainted and recapture that acidic magic.
We're talking like Sly and the Family Stone type stuff or earlier than that?
A little bit of that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But then also be like, oh, can you also put in the Beatles and then Shakuhachi?
What?
Okay.
Bass.
Yeah.
That-
It might, it's going to go one of two ways. And there is no in between.
What's up, boys? Welcome back to another episode of the Trash Taste Podcast. I'm your host for today, Joey, with the boys, Connor and Garnt, as per usual. And look, next to me, there is a familiar face.
Yep.
I'm here again.
You're here again.
I'm on the show, finally.
You're actually on the show this
You're
time.
not
the
in
actual,
a random London podcast studio.
No, there's no bricks behind us.
Fake bricks. Fake bricks.
Fake bricks.
Fake bricks.
Fake.
But I didn't know if
Yeah.
I was like supposed to say fake bricks in
No,
case
you
I was like
just-
calling you out or something.
Use that.
It was like no brick wallpaper.
No brick wallpaper this time.
Actual water, you know. Yeah.
Welcome back, Kevin Penkin. What's up?
Yeah.
I'm actually here. I'm very happy to be here.
Or
Thank you very much.
Another episode of UK versus Australia.
Let's
right
go.
Here.
Right here.
we're
Yeah.
perfectly
That's fine.
split
That's
up
fine.
now.
Perfectly split up.
I know what I'm about. So
Wait, that sounds ominous.
I don't have any follow up either as well.
That's the Aussie way.
Yeah. Say something doesn't mean anything, and then immediately
And be like,
forget
"Shut
about
up."
it. Yeah, immediately.
It's been how many years then since you've come on? 3
Jeez.
or 4?
3, I think it's 2021 or 2022.
Holy fuck.
22.
Was it?
22.
22?
It was 22.
That's
Yeah, that was a
scary.
long time
That is
ago.
a very-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Because it was like kind of near approaching the beginning of the end of COVID. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Beginning of
Oh,
the
right.
end
It
of-
was
Yeah.
right before my wedding. I should remember this.
Yes.
Because you were in London for
yeah.
my wedding.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah, that one.
That one that happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good save, mate.
2
Good
years
save.
ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago.
2 years
Wow.
ago. Yeah, I knew
Damn.
that. I knew
Yeah.
that.
104. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost 3 years coming up. So
Yeah. Well, we realized this like the other day. It's like I've known you for well over half a decade.
that's
Yeah.
That's insane.
that's insane.
Yeah. 2018. Yeah. So, well, I was like, 27, 28 when I met you. I'm 32 now. So.
Oh my god. Well, I'm 34.
Yeah.
I always have to
You have
like
to
think
think about
about it. I was gonna say 33 for a second. I was like, wait, I'm not 33.
Well, once you get to your 30s, right? You're just like,
you're just like whatever, you know.
Honestly, like it's definitely more chill now in the 30s, I must say. So,
I'm getting there.
yeah, you'll
Soon.
I mean, you're already there in
What?
You're there. You've been there in spirit for a while.
Yeah,
in
I have,
energy.
I have.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Joey's nearly there as well.
No, I am.
Oh, shit.
It's like I made that.
It's not like you do it
I'm the last
successful.
one.
I've been 30 for a while now, bro.
I made that mistake before. Where I was like, so when are you turning 30, Joey? And he's like,
Yeah.
8 months ago.
yeah. I was like, oh yeah, that
Yeah.
did happen.
The big thing about it. I think I texted you for New Year's, but I forgot to text you for your birthday, so I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
My bad. Yeah. I did like a When we were doing like Christmas, I remember I drunk texted Garnt for Happy New Year.
Yes.
happy Christmas. And, I'll get you on the drunk text soon, Connor.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot has
Well-
happened, I'm sure, in those almost 3 years since
Yeah.
you were last on.
Not that I remember much of it.
That means you've been working a lot.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been working so
That
much.
just means
man.
you've been doing so much epic stuff.
It's been there's been some work. Yeah. I mean, what was it? So 20
Some work.
There's been,
there's been some
of all the
work,
work
yeah.
that has happened the last couple of years has definitely been some of it.
Yes.
And
Are you living a more healthy lifestyle?
Well, yeah.
Than
so
3 years ago is what I want to know.
I was a very like overworked boy. 2023 in particular was like a very rough year.
Yeah.
A lot of work. I was doing Spice and Wolf. I was doing Bye Bye Earth.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
doing Pokemon. I was doing other video games.
did
and things like
Pokemon?
that. I did a Pokemon thing.
You didn't know?
No.
Yeah.
What?
It was called Paldean Wins. It was on YouTube. Yeah, it was a
What
little
the
YouTube
fuck?
thing. Yeah, that was good fun.
Yeah.
That was really good fun, actually. Yeah. So I did a Pokemon thing.
It was so good. by the
That's
way.
so
Yeah.
sick. What a flex.
Yeah.
It's a nice little bucket list thing. So yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
You're just every time I talk to you, you're like, here's another dream project I just got signed up for.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm so fucking jealous.
Well, it's good up to there's a phrase, there's a quote that I got from West Wing, but it's basically when the gods wish to punish us, they answer our prayers. And so because like I
The monkey's paw.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much because like I was really inundated with some beautiful projects,
Yeah.
and the reality was that it was bloody difficult to get them all done to a quality that you want as well, because standards are really high with the stuff, especially something that existed before, not that like far away, not
Yeah.
that far in the past, I should say, and now is essentially becoming a remake or something like that, putting your own stamp on it while also not very hopefully not disrespecting what has been the past and a very beloved
God.
franchise.
That
Yeah,
pressure
yeah.
must be crazy.
I just realized we just assumed everybody has watched Trash Taste for 3 years. In case you don't know,
Oh,
Kevin
yeah,
is,
yeah.
is
Yeah.
a very talented composer. Sometimes many
Sometimes.
shows.
Yeah.
So why don't we do a short list of the stuff that you've done? So you mentioned
Including,
Spice and Wolf,
Spice and Wolf,
we got
Made in Abyss,
Made in Abyss, we
Shield
got
Hero,
Shield Hero, Tower of God.
Tower of Gods,
Fuck, what else have you done?
Star Wars Visions,
Star
right.
Wars.
as you just said, Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm forgetting something. Oh, Apothecary.
Yeah,
Right. I forgot.
That's right.
Apothecary Diaries.
Basically, he's the goat.
I think and I know the other guys feel the same. I always just forget because you're just I think of you as Kevin the bloke.
Yeah.
No,
So like I always
I'm-
forget. Like when I watch.
I've worked very hard for that cultivation. I've worked very hard for that personality trait. Thank you very much.
Theory Diaries. I'm like, fuck, he's so good, isn't he? Damn it. Yeah, I do forget that.
I genuinely
Corkies.
think though that is one of Kevin's strongest suits is that you're just
the
so
bloke.
Yeah.
And look, I don't mean to suck you off right from the get go.
That's right. Let me just.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But like one thing that I've always appreciated about you as a composer is that you're just so incredibly versatile to the point where you watching a show and you almost forget that, oh, this is the same guy who did all these other shows, because you're so good at just honing in on like a particular vibe and a style that works just so naturally with the shows that
Yeah.
if you listen to, say, for example, just like the Made in Abyss soundtrack versus the Tower of God soundtrack,
Yeah.
you would not think that is the same person composing these songs because they're just so different.
And it's so weird because sometimes I do like seasonals. I do like.
Thank you.
Okay, actually, it's my turn now. Actually, suck your dick, Joey. Get out of the way.
I can just have a coffee, sit back, and
Yeah, there'll be so many times where I do a stream where I go through like all the anime coming out. And I'll just be watching a fucking random ass show, and I'll be like, "Wow, what is this music? Kind of slap." And then your name will pop up on the screen, and it's like, "Of
He's
course,
done it again!"
Of course, he didn't even tell me he was working on this."
So I must say, I obviously it depends on what stage of the ego that I'm in. It
Yeah.
is sometimes quite nice to like
Yeah,
look at the video and be like,
Yeah.
I can't wait for the reaction. The reaction, the reaction is like weirdly, oddly gratifying, and I don't know if it's
Yeah.
good that I get motivation or get satisfaction from that sort of thing where it's like, son of a bitch, he's here again. Like I just like appearing out of nowhere, look, do a thing and then fuck off for a bit.
Look, everyone's, at least if you're a YouTuber, everyone's a little bit narcissistic where, you know, sometimes
A
you
little
just... okay, a little bit. Sometimes you search up clips of people talking about you and you're like... I shouldn't be nosy, but I'm just curious. I'm just curious. What do they have to say about me?
Well, I think it's important, you know, feeling that all the time might seem, you know, a little bit like narcissistic, whatever, but every now and then, you know, you got to just remind yourself that, you know what, maybe I am the GOAT.
Well, it's like, I am interested in the responses to the soundtracks because especially, for example, Spice and Wolf, like knowing if, like, what is and what is not hitting. And like there's even like current collaborations that I'm doing where like I'm quite involved with the creator and I'm just saying like what is and what is not working because you know obviously with a released product it's concrete, it's already done and you know it's more like you just learning perspective for maybe next time or something like that or like you know research for blah 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 blah. But that makes sense. But like it's not every track is going to be like a banger or something like that. It's just A, it's impossible. B, that's not what film music really is. It's like, you know, film music is about
blending in.
It's about being, well, it's about contouring in certain ways. Obviously there's different
That's a bad word.
Yeah. Oh, no,
That's
mate,
a great
word. Well, my favorite film score actually is from Gravity, the 2013.
Oh, really?
The Clooney,
Sandra Bullock.
That score, the way I describe it is it bent around the picture like water, like water in a cup,
right?
Like, you know, like Be the Cup, like it felt like that. I've never seen or experienced a film music score bend tempi, texture. And just have it sync up in such a way, like if she's floating away and all of a sudden she drops back, then the tempo ramps up and it changes directions. And it's very, what I would call very parallel score for the most part, but like just done in a really, it's electronic, but it's not electronic, just very organic and it's very fluid. And so that was like some of the best example I found I was in college at the time. I remember watching this and like it was one of the best like 3D experiences I ever had in cinema as well. I was like, oh, this actually feels like a really good use of putting on the glasses and having a genuinely better experience with the film.
Like everything was 3D as well.
Yeah, they were converting it all. Whereas this, I'm not sure if they did it naturally in 3D, but they might have because it was just very, very immersive. Very, very cool. And then you hear that thing in like Atmos and you're like, yeah, I'm cool. Yeah.
Until it deafens you.
I don't care about that. I could not give a shit. Oh, dude.
You're probably like, this is a normal volume. To me, I'm like, Jesus,
turn
it up.
No. Because now you just remind me of another. For some reason, like it wasn't given as much love as I thought it should have. But Tenet.
Oh, I fucking love Tenet.
I love Tenet.
Dude, everyone calls me a fucking loser for saying that I love Tenet.
Nah, well, they're wrong.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's okay.
Sorry, I have to before I knock the mic.
Thank you. I'm happy.
No. So Tenet is like literally, like I'm sorry, it's probably one of my favorite cinema experiences, IMAX experiences I've ever had in my life.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because I remember when that fire truck scene kicks in, and you're in IMAX, and we got like the premium seat,
Right.
And we're fucking just there. And when that fire truck scene comes in, and like he's like sampling like fire trucks as when you're ducking with the kick sub something shit.
Subharmonic?
No, compression. Like you compress something over it and you're ducking. I'm going to call it ducking. Basically, he's taking a fire truck sound and he's ducking it over a kick drum.
Yeah.
I'm going to feel like an idiot when I remember.
None of that stuff means anything.
Basically, if you ever fire
Sub
truck,
bass?
nah, it's a compression thing.
Okay,
Where you're
okay.
Contracting or something like that. Yep, I'm just
Subcontracting? I do that.
I went to music school.
Well, you make the music sound good.
Yeah.
Well, working with Kevin, I realized that sometimes we'll try to like talk about technical stuff, and he's be like, "Yeah, you know, we're gonna do the blah blah thing."
You're like, does it sound good?
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, side note. If it sounds good, it is good, is like a really good mantra. Like no matter how much technical skill you have, Like you need, at the end of the day, if it sounds like shit, then it doesn't matter if you've connected X, Y, and Z.
You don't want to overcomplicate it, right?
Yeah.
When you were just mentioning that you would look at reactions and stuff to see how people responded to the music and stuff, I was just thinking that whenever I've watched like a movie review or a TV show review, oftentimes when people talk about the show, they'll mention when the music is good. They'll be like, music is amazing.
Yeah.
But when it's bad, they just never talk about it. Or not bad, or like
Forgettable.
right? I never hear people go like, yeah, no, music wasn't that great. Or, it's more so like, the music was amazing. I loved this scene with this piece, right? So is it hard to get like kind of feedback from people? Because do they oftentimes not say anything? Or am I just not looking in the right places?
I can only use my own experience, of course. Certain shows will garner more illicit comments about the music or not. Or more direct comments, I should say, about the music. So, in a show like Abyss, there's going to be more direct commentary.
Music's in the forefront.
There's a little bit more forefront mix, which is obviously very nice.
You're like,
Please listen.
you have to listen to me.
You have no idea how hard it was to write this music. Please bring it. No, but not every show is like that.
Right.
And sometimes music's mixed quite far back, which is appropriate, quite far back, which, I wish it could have been a little more or something like that. But, it's just the reality of the thing. Like, as a composer for film music, you are, you're like one cog in a machine. You are not the boss.
Yeah.
You're just a guy writing a tune. And so at the end of the day, it's like, you can push your opinion and you can say, I think it should be like this, but you're not, you have to be a team player, because if you're not, then you go home. You don't go to work.
So like I'm curious, because I don't think I've ever asked you this question, but what is your like top 5 favorite soundtracks? Could be anime, could be film.
That might be the hardest question.
Because I know, because it's like asking the anime reviewer what your favorite anime is.
I was gonna say, isn't this why I did the 3x3?
Oh yeah. Well, no, that was the 3x3 of anime.
Yeah.
But we didn't include film school
I
in
think
there.
it's easier to be like, what are the 5 first that come to your mind?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because I know.
I'm still
the definitive ultimate Kevin Penkin.
Because
no backseat list.
Yeah.
when you put Zanki no Terra on your 3x3, I was like, thank you. Someone who also understands, and you are a decorated professional in the industry. Now I can say that this is one of my favorite soundtracks, and it's also backed by the opinion of one of my...
It's such a fucking banger. It's so good. I thought that was her best work. Yoko Kanno is the composer. Absolute like legend status. And she has done things and a half in terms of like the sound. She's done Cowboy Bebop. She's done Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex. She's done Macross. She's done everything. Everything. A real like true legend of the industry.
Yeah.
But I really gravitated towards that soundtrack. One, because I have a thing for Icelandic music anyway. So like I grew up on like Sigur Rós since high school. And so I was like really obsessed with post-rock, Icelandic post-rock for a while. And then there was a little bit of influence on that. Obviously, she recorded in Iceland. She recorded an amazing singer called Arnold Dahn for some of the songs. And I liked his voice so much that I actually got him to sing on the most recent Abyss as well, because I was just like, he's too good.
Yeah, I saw his name on there. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, because he's such a lovely, sweet guy. But I was just like, hey man, so you're really, really cool, and I've got to sing, and it needs to be falsetto, but it needs to like be like, I didn't want to use the same singer that I'd always use for the falsetto stuff, because I already had a track planned for him anyway. So I was like, are you in? He's like, I'm in. I'm like, yes. So,
let's go.
Yeah. The way that soundtrack blends also sort of, I guess you would call it effects guitars, I guess. But yeah, like sort of post-rock / electronic guitars. I know it's a weird thing to say, but like electronically manipulated guitars. Strings, piano. She also includes a little bit of Bach in there out of nowhere, which is really, really cool. Like one of the tracks is basically just a fugue going on, which for me is really cool. And then the vocal tracks, just, I mean, the way that they just had this serenity,
ethereal.
To them. It was. It is very
When
good.
you wrote the vocals for some of those tracks, because you obviously wrote some very high notes in the first Made in Abyss soundtrack, and then the second one where
Worse
you're
than
like,
the second.
the second one where you're like, I just want to break the limits.
Yeah. Well,
I want to see some glass shatter.
well, I feel bad for the guy because he said no.
Which is you handed him like a track and he was like, nah, I can't do that.
Well, I had written something and it was actually for there's a big long song on the what's the third album of Made in Abyss, but the second series.
Yeah.
And it's like about a 7.5 minute slow post rock track, basically with giant orchestra that comes in the second half. And originally the vocal line was actually written for flugelhorn, which is a slightly bigger trumpet, a more velvety tone. I'm simplifying it, but
thank you. I appreciate that.
No.
I appreciate your simplification.
But flugelhorn, which is a completely underappreciated instrument. But you know, about 5 people now will be like, "Yep, I agree," and then we're gonna move on. But I had like fucked around with this like flugelhorn line, and then I was like, "This is probably actually physically impossible for the flugelhorn because I'd made it too high. Because I pitched it up. And then it was not the right tone for the trumpet. So obviously I went from flugelhorn to high falsetto voice. So I literally had like no reason, but I was just like, okay, could I add lyrics to it and then chuck it up an octave and then see if it works? And it did not fail. So
nice.
Yeah.
This episode of Trash Taste is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Guys, I'm about to blow your mind. Did you know that Netflix has 18,000 shows that are available globally and only about 7,000 of them are available in the US? Like for example, unless you live in Japan, you are missing out on a bunch of anime. That is, unless you use ExpressVPN. Because a streaming service like Netflix changes content depending on your location, but with ExpressVPN, you can change your location to where Netflix thinks you're located at. They have servers in over 100 countries, meaning you can gain access to literally thousands of shows at the push of a button. And it works on other streaming platforms too, like Disney+, BBC iPlayer, and many more. It's incredibly easy to use. All you need to do is fire up the app and click one button to change locations. It works on all your devices, whether it be phones, laptops, tablets, smart TVs, and more. And with blazing fast speeds, you can stream in HD with zero buffering. It is rated #1 by top tech reviews like CNET and The Verge. Like guys, for example, one of the most hyped up romance shows, The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, is available here in Japan right now on Netflix. But elsewhere in the world, you have to wait until September to watch it legally. And honestly, it's one of the best romances and shows airing this season, so you guys are missing out. So guys, be smart. Stop paying full price for stream services and only getting a fraction of the content. Get your money's worth at expressvpn.com/trashtaste. Don't forget to use the link in the description at expressvpn.com/trashtaste to get 4 months for free. That's expressvpn.com/trashtaste. Back to the episode.
I mean,
I think Made in Abyss 2 or Made in Abyss soundtrack 3, if you don't mind me saying, is like some of your best fucking work, man.
I agree.
Thank COVID.
Yeah.
Who knew that if an artist was sad, they would write slightly better music?
Also one of the most traumatizing shows in general as well. So
that's a good thing.
So did you know in like the story of 2 when you're writing the music as well? Obviously, I guess
I feel like you kind of have to.
Yeah.
I forgot that it's a manga first.
Yeah, well, the thing is, you can do, obviously, as much research as you want. I did a fair amount of research up until a point, and then I find that sometimes taking a quick half step back and just helps, like, because it means that you're not, it's kind of weird to say, you're not pigeonholing your ideas specifically to a scene. Because this music needs to work not just with maybe 1 or 2 intended scenes. It has to happen. It might be used 3 or 4 times throughout the show. So there's a little bit of like, you're not denying yourself information. You're just maybe widening the perspective just a little bit after. And it just helps you write just maybe the track that you didn't think that you'd have to write. It also helps that I bought a fuckload of synth for this.
You kept posting like a new synth. It was like Synth Saturdays.
A
new one.
I mean, look. Kevin texts me every time he buys a new synth. He's like, "Look what I bought."
I don't even think Kevin like knows he's working. I think he's just paying off debt. I think.
It's just like some people like to collect trading cards. Kevin just collects synthesizers.
Yeah, synths and watches are the things that I just go fucking but one is for business. one is for pleasure. No, the synths thing. I got a new one.
Yeah.
And,
How many synths is that now that you have?
Fuck. Okay, so one.
Because the last time I went to your house and we wrote that album in a day, I think you had like what, 5 in that office?
Fuck. Okay, so it's
no, 6. Sorry, because you bought the new finger continuum.
Yep. The
Finger
finger continuum.
Finger continuum.
So there's a Moog one.
I think I've watched that video.
Yeah.
The finger continuum.
Yeah. About the springs, right? You want to bring back the fucking spring conversation from 3 years ago? Because we can. We can go get Hungry Jack's and I could throw a patty somewhere. No, I got Moog one, my matriarch, Harken Continuum, Polybrute, Arteria Polybrute.
Polybrute sounds such a cool name.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good.
Polybrute was fun to play.
Yeah, Polybrute's fucking great. And then now Prophet 10. So yeah.
Prophet 10?
Prophet 10.
These names are so sick.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah.
Prophet 10.
That's
They're
sort of
just as epic as they sound as well.
Right.
I'm not in the business of potentially saving the money. It's,
Potentially spent. You've already
Life
spent.
is too
Yeah,
short.
life
I
is.
mean, look, honestly, do you like? I understand like being practical, especially in modern times. Like being practical about like don't be an idiot with spending cash and all that sort of thing. But like, first off, this is something that makes your job better.
Yeah.
And then, so it's an investment in your quality, but also
I love it when something.
This sounds like my conversation with my accountant.
Yeah.
It is.
I love it when a professional calls their purchases investments.
Yeah. Well, fucking A.
It's all wrong.
It is.
No, yeah.
an investment.
I think we are all guilty of maybe some purchases that perhaps weren't necessary, but
Yeah, of course.
Oh, this is absolutely necessary.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm
for him.
saying mine are not necessary. And I have the
Yours is more necessary than what we.
Well, put it this way:
purchased.
without those big boys in the studio,
Wouldn't sound as good.
It would have sounded much worse without.
Yeah.
And it also
Yeah.
like it gives you like new, and you know this as well. Like it just gives you like new ideas because like you're not when you're writing in front of a computer all the time. You're gonna eventually like you have to trick the brain into doing something new. Because
Right.
you're just gonna sit in front of the computer and do the same thing. It's gonna start sounding stagnant. And you were saying before very kindly, you know, like how is it, you know, how do you do the range thing? How do you go from, you know, this project to that one to that one to that one? Just changing the process, maybe not changing all the process, but changing enough of the process to actually just try and think about things a little bit differently. Listen to new things, even just starting with like mimicking some different style and trying to make it part of your personality. You know, all those sorts of things come into play, and the key really, which is a double-edged sword, is time. So you just need time to do this,
Yes.
which you know sometimes you don't get. So you know these projects sometimes run on very tight schedule, and you know you don't want to fail.
Yeah.
You don't want to fail both as a creator, you don't want to fail as a professional, but you also want to do something that you know hopefully sounds really good, and that takes sometimes time. So.
Yeah, I swear every time I meet you, your life is in a perpetual state of like crunch.
It's more about right now. The objective is I mentioned 2023 as like a break year, like a make or break year because I got to the end of it and I was beyond cooked. I tend to not like break down that much,
Right.
But like there was a time during that year where I was like quite upset quite frequently.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew that's the beginning of okay, I need to change this now.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the work output and saying yes and no to things. Of course, there's an element of that, but it's actually also about like trying to find balance in your day to day and actually do things throughout the day, throughout the week, planning wise as well, that help you structure your life in a way where it doesn't become complete chaos. A little bit of chaos, maybe some chaos, maybe up to 50% chaos is maybe manageable. You know, it's like we all probably have managed chaos to some degree. It's like
I mean, 2023 was a fucking busy year for Trash Taste as well. Now that I think back to it, like we were fucking. I swear, all of us were going overseas at least once a month to do some kind of work. We had tour. We had so much shit going on that year.
Yeah, travel's brutal. Travel fucks you. I don't care if what type of class of flight you take, it still fucks you at the end of the day.
The worst part is that I always like forget that when I'm planning.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I can do like 3 flights this month. And then when I get to the future and I do it, I'm like, man, I fucking suck. Yeah. What are they?
It's like theoretically this is fine.
Yeah. Like, what is a 14-hour flight? Like half a day.
Yeah.
Well, I can manage.
It's like I'll just play video games and watch anime, and then you're on the flight and you're like, I hate it.
It's like I want to die.
Yes.
Well, the one downside to 30, Connor, which
Okay.
Okay.
I feel so called out.
I don't know, and I must ask as well, how's your brain fog? Like on tired days, how's your brain fog?
Bro, sleep schedule has never been more important in my life.
Yeah.
I have pretty bad brain fog already, I think.
Well, welcome.
Honorary 30.
Honorary.
Yeah.
I feel like my memory is particularly shit. And sometimes when I'm tired as fuck, it's really hard to focus on anything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm like,
You sometimes feel, you guys, you sometimes feel like, am I getting dumber?
yeah. I do feel like I'm going to
Every
die.
day. Every day.
Like there's some things where like, I swear it wasn't
Yeah.
this hard to just think when I was like in my
Yeah.
20s.
By the way, side chaining is what I was looking for.
Side chaining.
From
There we
20
go.
minutes ago.
There we go.
I've known this terminology for fucking 16, 17 years.
I
Forgot it
have
now.
this thing where
Brain
I'm
fog.
Brain
sometimes
fog.
I just look for a word. I'm like, I know the word, and I've said it so many times, and then now my brain is just like, no, you do not know
It's the
anything.
worst when you have the perfect word for the scenario. You're like, I have a good word for this. And then you're trying to convince the other person, you're like, I know the word for
Yes.
this situation.
I swear I have some semblance
and then
of
in
intelligence.
like 30 seconds later, you just pick the dumbed down word. You're like, fine.
the thing.
Yeah. Well, I am becoming slightly more economical with words now as well. In general, like this is a podcast, so obviously you just talk. But like when if I'm trying to explain something, I will now use less words, like consciously.
Yeah.
Wait, how does that work though?
Okay. What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Yeah. Good. You're not drinking a latte with blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
As a very basic example.
okay, but if I asked you
Okay.
what are you drinking, and then you replied back with, "Oh, this is an oat milk latte,
I would
crafted from
love to
the
be
the
Kevin's
mountains
client.
from Colombia."
How's the music going? Happening.
No,
Will it be
say
good?
that.
It's going.
I think so.
It's
Yeah.
going.
Music is musicking.
I say I'm continuing.
Yeah.
No, but like, okay, take the concept of that and then
Yeah.
apply it to, okay, how did you write this?
Yeah, you're not trying to fluff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
right.
I sat down, I had an idea, it wasn't shit, I wrote it, and it didn't require any revision, thankfully.
Yeah.
And that's not to, and it's not about being overly like lazy or something like that. It's about like, okay, what like
I
what
hope you
is
don't
it?
do this in professional interviews, by the way. Do you? When they're like, Kevin, we loved your last soundtrack. We want to know what was the inspiration behind this song? It's like,
I see.
wrote song, liked it, released it.
Well, it's the truth though.
Actually, yeah, knowing you would probably.
I've seen Kevin interviews. He's just the bloke.
Problem is I'm getting worse because like it is sometimes very simple and maybe you know when this whole meme shit started with the beep and boop stuff like fucking half a decade ago, whatever it was, you were probably fucking onto something, to be honest.
People they don't like the truth.
No, simple
don't wanna hear it.
is some, and this is why I'm happy.
Yes.
This is why I'm happy now, because in 2023 I was thinking so much, and it's like, you know, just right.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, obviously do your research, be a professional, do like absorb yourself in the project.
Yes.
But once you're there, just fuck about, just be happy, just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do it.
No
for
illusions
sure.
of grandeur. Just make the music.
No,
Just-
because
Yeah.
then you can write some fun stuff. And obviously, like at some point, you need to attach meaning, you need to attach purpose to it. There are times where it's very appropriate to do that sort of deep dive and analysis and be like, this is why I did this. This is why it's connected to this. I mean, yeah, I was talking to a client earlier today that like literally I was like, oh, this is why we're doing this and blah, 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 blah. Like doing all that, you know, analysis essentially, or like unpacking why you've done the music this way, why you've written that track that way, why it's fun, why it's, you know, why you're satisfied with it or not satisfied with it yet. There's times for that. But then sometimes it's just like, mate, I was just
want to set a
I
fire.
just fucking did it. I did it and did it, felt good.
I love that.
Let me know what you think. I'm happy to talk about it.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, I guess this is a good point to talk about your latest projects. Or should I,
Well, more like your latest
Should I
project.
say our latest projects? Because by the time this episode is out, it probably would have been announced by now that I'm making an anime. And,
you made an anime.
I made
done.
an anime. I
finished.
made an anime. It is finished by the time this comes out, maybe, or at least announced.
Yeah.
At the time of recording, we're still midway through production, and we're still having meetings basically every week, including with Kevin as well. We had one just before the shoot right now, and I can confirm everything that Kevin is saying. Because this, as now not just your mate, but a collaborator, and I guess the project lead for this.
Yeah, you're
the
my boss,
lead. So we'll be going over a track, and Kevin's just like, okay, so this is a track for this scene. What do you think of blah blah blah? And I say blah blah blah, but he literally will use the term blah blah blah.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Did you know what I meant?
I know what you mean.
Thank you. Look, don't complicate it. Life is complicated enough. You rear its ugly head again.
That is a blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. The thingamajig.
Yeah. So
thing.
we'd be listening to this track, and he'd be like, okay, so I was thinking about adding the piano here, and it's doing a little bit of a dibbly boobly blah blah blah. Do you want me to change that? And I'm like, maybe a little bit, maybe I'm thinking this. And I'm like, he'll write in his notes, okay, change the piano, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, it's so funny as well because I was overhearing you guys talking in the other room there, and it's just like what I love more than Kevin being very esoteric about describing music to Garnt. What's more funny is when Garnt is trying to describe it back to Kevin, because I think I overheard like Garnt saying like, "Yeah, I really like that like fluttering thing." And I'm just like, I get that.
It's
tremolo.
So,
I understand that.
The answer is tremolo.
It's so fucking weird, right? Because obviously I don't have a musical background. So I have to communicate instead of like using technical terms, just more of like the feeling of what I'm going for.
Yeah, but that's important.
That's
super important.
That's critical.
Yeah.
And one thing I've had to learn, like Kevin, is when giving feedback or when giving direction, you really have to cut out the bullshit.
Yeah.
You can't talk for like 5 minutes and expect them to like understand. Yeah, I know exactly what you're going for. Keep it short, keep it concise, and just try to like get the keywords and emotions down.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just a translator. You're fluent in music. You translate the feelings.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is like if Garnt, for example, wants to use musical terminology, I'll adapt to that. If it's like better for him to just talk in emotion or just other terms, it doesn't really matter. It's like I would like to think that by this point I've gotten adapt enough at talking to someone that no matter what language they're going to use, there'll be some sort of common ground where you can at least just say, okay, so I think you want this. And normally, because I have done the 5 minutes of conversation sort of thing, and sometimes you need to talk for 10 minutes to find a solution that takes 2 seconds. Like it's just you're trying to explain something. It's difficult to explain because you're trying to just word it in the moment, and you're trying to explain and justify it or whatever it may be. And then it turns out that all we needed to fucking do for one thing was like change the BPM by 2.
Yeah.
Exactly. I had a track that was 99 BPM for over a scene, and it was just like not hitting like just 1 or 2 things. I was like, fuck, all the micro syncs are out, and like it ends like half a bar too late. And I was like, hold on, 100, 101. And then all the micro syncs worked. It ended on the right fucking like cut. And I was just like, sometimes it's very simple.
See, I would have never known that. My feedback to that particular track was kind of like ends a little bit late. Can we find a way to just end the track at this exact moment? And he's just like, all right, let me fiddle around with the numbers. And I'm like, all right, BPM then, I guess.
Yeah, because, obviously the BPM trick can work within a certain range. Like 2 BPM, you're probably not going to, I mean, I'm very sensitive to BPM. So like normally I'm like, I actually, my on like not Spotify, in Safari, where you have like your favorites or something like that. I literally, or whatever browser you use, the one that I use the most is called taptempo.com. And I literally just, if I have an idea in the head, I'll go to taptempo.com, tap it. Okay, what is that? That's probably about 88.
Yeah.
And then the computer will say, oh, it's actually 87. Okay, and I'll type that in, then I can just go. So, because if you have, and I'm curious about you as well, Joey, here. If you have a musical idea, it's very like fleeting. for me. Like if I don't
do it right away.
if I don't fucking write this down in some capacity, whether it be in like a memo and we're like A, G, F sharp or something like that, even as rudimentary as that, but if I don't write it down quick and
you forget,
like unsullied is gonna the purity will disappear, and then the idea will disappear very soon after.
I'm the same way, where it's like I either write down like the key that it's in or whatever, or I just like open up my like notes app, I just hum into my phone. And then the next day I wake up and I listen back to it and I'm like, this is shit.
I've done shit in the middle of the night. I think I can't remember if I mentioned this before, but I've done like middle of the night stuff where I've been like, a tempo approximately this, B to down to A, chord, wake up, I'm like, this makes no fucking sense. This makes zero sense.
I've done the same, but it's with like video and story ideas. So sometimes I will wake up and I think I will have a banger fucking dream with like a banger storyline. I like quickly note it down, go back to sleep, wake up, and it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
I've done that so many times with video ideas. And it's like, I don't know why. It's like a 2 a.m. brain is just like, you know what? This is a fucking great idea. I wake up the next day, I'm like, was I high?
But I feel like that's a very good creative feeling to have, because you can then at least realize that no matter how strongly you feel about an idea, even when normal, you're like, at one time I felt really sure about this other thing, and it turned out to be fucking stupid. And so whenever I'm to get too sure about something, I'm always like, am I really sure?
Yeah, let's sit on it a bit.
Oh, they've got my all-time favorite snack in here. I'm not even kidding. This isn't even part of an ad. I love this one. There's a couple other variations. Oh my God, it's so yummy. I'm gonna crash out. Why can't I get a bigger bag? This video is sponsored by Sakuraco. I've been living in Japan for nearly 6 years now, and I gotta say, if you want to taste Japan from the comfort of your own home, you gotta get a Sakuraco box. Whoa! Oh my God, there's just so much stuff. It can barely contain itself. And neither can I at opening this amazing box. Wow. Every single month, Sakuraco here has a brand new theme, and this month, it's Journey to Okinawa. And obviously, if you've watched any of our videos, you'll also know that Okinawa is a very distinct cultural identity within Japan. And of course, one of the most iconic ingredients in Okinawan cuisine is beni imo, or what you would probably know as a yam or sweet potato. And it's got a very iconic purple look to it. There's also a beni imo pie. Very pleasant. And the tea pairing this month is jasmine tea. A classy tea for a classy man. The odds are that you already like all these snacks if you're watching this video, but maybe your friend or a loved one or a family member would love to experience Japan from the comfort of their own home. So if you're craving authentic Japanese snacks or just missing Japan, the box is such a fun way to reconnect. Grab one for yourself or send it as a gift to a Japan-loving friend. Use our code TRASHTASTE for $5 off your first Sakuraco box. It's like getting a little piece of Japan delivered to your front door. Back to the episode.
I feel like there's a whole other different skill set, which is having the ability to translate what's in your head, which may not change over decades, into something that's realistic and real. And I feel like that in itself is almost like an entire lifetime journey. Because it's like, even if you wake up with something and the moment you play it, you're like, it's different. It's dead. Fuck. And then, got to wait for the next one to try again.
It's so weird how your brain can just gaslight you into feeling these like emotions when you dream sometimes. I don't know.
So you thought that was a good idea?
Yeah. And you get so invested. I don't know how invested you guys get in the storyline of your own dreams. We talked about it briefly.
Depends on the dream.
But you know when you think it's such a weird feeling when you wake up thinking this one thing is real, and then your logic kicks in and you're like, wait, this one thing that happened makes no sense.
Yeah, it felt so real.
Why did it feel so real,
True.
Our brain is so unreliable, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, do you have recurring locations in your dreams?
I don't know.
I barely remember my dreams. And if I do remember it, I'm one of those people where I remember having the dream, but I can't remember the details of it. Or it's like I'll fully remember in detail, okay, I was doing this, or there were these people here or whatever. And then the moment I wake up and I think to myself, that was a great dream, I want to remember that. As I'm thinking that to myself, it just starts fading away.
Yeah.
And I hate that feeling.
Yeah, that's why I need to note it down so quickly, because I need before
I even have the mental capacity to be like, let's write that down, it's just gone. I'm just like, no, come back, please. I need to remember. And then,
it goes very quickly.
It's so weird that you can see your memory being wiped in real time.
No,
I know what
really
he's
is.
talking. I know what he's talking
It's like
about.
someone took an etch a sketch and is just doing this in front of my face, and I'm just like, no, stop, please, I want to remember.
I was going to ask, because I remember when Garnt told us about the project to begin with, I was like, you're going to ask Kevin to do the music? So I was like, it's got to be Kevin. Of
course.
How did that all like come about with you actually asking Kevin, or did you have any idea this was happening, or?
What was the initial talk about? It was like,
I remember the initial talk. Actually, you guys were there.
What?
Because it was last year when we were at DreamHack. Actually, no, you weren't there. Because
I wasn't there.
fucked off.
Where did I go?
Oh, the dinner.
The dinner.
Why was
yeah.
I at this dinner again?
yeah.
You had to go to the States or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to leave.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you guys used
Yeah.
the fucking company car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was a fun thing to witness.
Yeah.
I remember you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
So-
like,
Garnt is the fucking little shit here.
Yeah, we got to get back at him.
Yeah, me and Joe got to go and
just
do it.
putting a down payment on the music.
Exactly. It
was an investment.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
I was like,
investment,
with a project this big, it didn't feel right just asking you like via text. So I was gonna phone you, but we had this opportunity where we were gonna have dinner. So I was like, I need to fucking get dinner with Kevin. And I think that was the first time I told you, hey, I am making an anime. Would you be interested in doing the music for it? And at this point I was still nervous because I was like, damn, he's a big fucking composer, busy as fuck.
Yeah, I always feel bad if
yeah.
sometimes your friends, asking them for you're like, I'm not asking for like a do me a solid.
No.
It's
Yeah,
more like,
yeah,
if
yeah.
you
I
wanna
get that.
do it.
Yeah.
I'm never not gonna say no, dude.
Yeah.
No, like why would I? Not just because it's a job.
This is a true mate, man.
Like,
I'm
yeah.
gonna say this is a true fucking mate right here.
Yeah, it's not just because I'm happy to be employed, of course, but like I'm happy to work. Like I enjoy working, but
Yeah.
I'm never not going to say no to you first and foremost. But but also the project is incredible. Like the project is really really sweet. It's written from the heart. So if anything, there's more pressure on me to not fuck it up because like I have to write something from the heart now as well because I've got to do my best to match what you're doing with the story. So
Yeah. So I'm curious. Like we're not collaborators right now. We're talking as like mate to mate.
Okay.
And we'll go professional. We'll go professional.
Let me
blah blah.
just switch over this mode here.
We'll go professional blah blah mode when we're working back on the project right now. So I want to know, honest opinion. When I first told you about the details of the project in the official capacity, and the first words that were uttered out of my mouth were, so I made an isekai.
Yeah.
What was your initial reaction? I need to know.
honestly, I was very proud. Very proud. As someone who comes from the isekai world as well.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's like cool. Like that's it. The thing is, like, until I know that could mean so much. Honestly,
Yeah,
that could
yeah.
what is and what isn't an isekai at this point.
Yeah.
Facts.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
If you get on a plane in a show, is it an isekai?
Well, that's yeah.
If you,
Not sure about that.
if you
If you go into space,
well, you're transported to another world, right? Via plane. What if you get on a bus and go to another city?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
We have a word for this. Kevin.
Yeah. Okay.
do you
Is there a
label
travel
Travel
anime?
to another.
Yeah, do you
city.
travel to another world?
There is no another city or town.
It could be anything.
Like if you're asking someone like, oh, what are you doing next week, and you're like going to another country, you don't go, oh, sorry, I'll be in another world.
I'm gonna use count myself.
yeah. But what is a world?
what is the world?
Don't overcomplicate this game.
See, this is where
wait. Kevin's cooking. I
No,
think
he's not
Kevin's
cooking.
No.
What are you talking about?
this is definitely not cooking.
Yeah, because another thing I always wanted to ask you, since I can see how much heart you're putting into this project now, but as a creative myself, I know sometimes you can have some projects can be more interesting than others to tackle. What aspects do you look for in terms of, oh, this sounds like an exciting project or an exciting opportunity to work on?
If you can buy another synth.
Yeah.
Gives you an excuse to buy a new
Show me the money.
Yeah.
No. Well, from the selfish perspective, and excuse me.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was no. I did
No, you're
reflect.
good.
I did reflect.
Don't worry.
Yeah, sorry. I'm totally over the flu, but you know how the cough lingers for like 8
okay,
hours.
yeah,
So
you're
yeah,
good,
apologies. Yeah, I'm trying to direct it away from you, Joey, as well.
No, that's all good. Don't.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, when you're looking from the selfish perspective of the composer, it's like, have I done this before or have I not done this before?
Right.
So from that very specific perspective, I have not done something like this before.
Yes.
Which is immediately appealing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get a chance to do something different. Have I worked with this person before? No. Obviously, in this case, it's a very unique circumstance because we do know each other for a long time now. So, you know, I knew that when we would start working together, I wanted to, you know, I didn't want to like derail you with too many like this, and that, so to speak.
Yeah.
But like, I knew that it was important to sort of, you know, switch a little bit from I'm your friend to I am now responsible for this part of this project that you're like investing a lot of heart into and a lot of time and all that sort of thing. And so like, I've got to tell you when something is wrong as well. I've got to tell you, and also I had to prepare you for the fact that like, you're not going to hear like finished music out the gate. You're going to hear a fucking piano sketch, which is going to be fucking shoddy because they can't play piano very well and I have to like, you know, dress it up a little bit. I can play piano a little bit, but it's like, you know.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've played with you. You can play piano.
Okay. But like,
Kevin is
You're too humble.
Kevin is far too humble, and we'll get to that because I got some stories.
Thank you, but like, it comes down to like I was talking about standards earlier. It's like, you know, none of this music is like from a production standpoint going to be standard ready. It's going to be start with the structure, get everything in place, and so I knew that I had to guide you through that as your composer, not as your friend. Not just as your friend. So, you know, we can still have fun. Doesn't mean that like, you know, it's like this, you know, stone wall sort of thing. But it means that, you know, I've got to tell you my expertise while also adhering to any situations that you have as well. You know, we're working together, yes, but also working with the studio. The studio has a very important voice as well that can't be ignored and should not be ignored. And so, you know, I've got a music director that I work with and all my anime stuff that he's coming in on and stuff like that. So there's all these different, you know, pressure points, so to speak, that, you know, as a composer, it is your responsibility not just to write the music, but also to navigate it and make sure that you're taken care of, studio's taken care of, composer's selfish needs, you know, lastly are taken care of, and just getting, you know, something that sounds what you imagined as best as possible, that I have the ability to create as best as possible, and that works with the studio. You know, we're also writing film music. We would have talked maybe a little bit last time about how anime music is created. A lot of it is done you basically create 30 to 70 pieces of music on an Excel sheet and you give them a description, a very basic description, then you go on your way. In this case, we're writing what I would refer to as film music or sync music. So we're writing a whole film in a project file, and you're not
syncing it to the picture.
Well, you're syncing it to the picture as you write it, as opposed to after the fact.
Yes.
So this is not a TV show.
Yes.
This is a film. It's a short film. And so there's different pressure. There's different advantages and disadvantages to writing film music and sync music versus what we would call menu music.
Yeah.
In this case, the advantage is that you can see exactly what's happening. You know exactly where it's going to happen at any given time, and you contour the music around that timing wise.
Yeah.
Problem is that the cut can change.
Exactly.
So they're adding more animation. You have no idea how much 1 second and 10 frames of animation can change a piece of music sometimes. You know, it's very interesting. So,
yeah. So I think that's why I was happy when I was, you know, I said it's an isekai, and I was bracing for just the. Of course, Garnt. Of course. Okay. But Kevin did say professional. But then I think
it's a nice.
Yeah. Nice. But then as I opened up more about the information of the project, because basically a part of the big reason I wanted to make this was to have to kind of like build a world that is based on something that a lot of my culture can be represented in, that I haven't really seen on film before. A lot of the fantasy world and the fantasy element of this is based on Southeast Asian mythology and like aesthetics as well. So it was kind of like my opportunity to build something unique and different that I hadn't seen before. And I was like, I think if I can trust anyone to handle a new challenge, it's Kevin. So what I said was, I will leave the music up to you. Don't feel like you need to just suddenly use all like Southeast Asian instruments or whatever. Use whatever is best for the project. And yet, even you went to go off and do your research because I sent you like, Kevin asked for like study material. So I sent him like a list of local instruments from Thailand. And I said, if none of these work for the project, don't worry. He messages me being a week later, being like, yo, I bought 2 of them, man.
It's not just synthesizers.
Well, not just a synthesizer, but the one that one of the instruments that he bought is
so cool. It's really cool.
Is an instrument called a can, which is a very, very old instrument from northern Thailand and Laos. It's, I believe, Laos's.
Can we see this instrument?
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
Khaen.
Khaen. There you go.
Yeah, can.
No, not Cancun.
Yeah.
Just can.
Instrument, maybe?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I've seen this.
It's like a show. It's like a show.
Yeah.
Like visually.
Yeah.
I think I've seen someone on TikTok play this.
Can you search up YouTube? Can you search it up on YouTube?
Is this the one that harmonizes with itself?
Yeah.
So go to Thai can, like
that one.
Yeah, that one. So this is what it sounds like.
Bro, look at that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds like a synth.
It's got like
I was like, when he said, bro, when he said this sounds awesome, I was like, wait a minute, this is just an ancient synth. Now that I realize, it's
an analog synth.
Yeah, an analog synth.
Because functionally speaking, it's so it's got, I think, around seven or 8 holes on the left, 7 or 8 holes on the right. So it's about 14 or 15. I didn't do the counting, apologies. So that's the one part I'm a bit iffy on information wise. But basically, you can do different combinations of notes, and it's a reed instrument. It's actually a mouth organ. So it's actually, you breathe in and out like a harmonica. So it's actually...
You breathe in during the harmonica?
Yeah.
That's how you change notes.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So you don't... it doesn't change the note, but it means you can basically inhale and exhale and actually have a continuous sound. So in that case, in that sense, it's even more functionally similar to the show in terms of... When I was using the show for Star Wars Visions all those years back, she would... with the performer would go in and out to sort of sync up with when she was breathing, and she would do different dynamics to basically be able to go in and out.
That's so cool.
So very, very interesting. But yeah, this is a very. I mean, I love playing it. I mean, a lot of the harmony in your show is basically derived from making sure that it can work with this, so that I can go in and do a bunch of layers on some of these tracks and actually make it kind of work. Because it's fucking cool. I mean, and you can do a lot of shit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Kevin's very humble because he can just pick up an instrument like this, something that he's never seen before, and he just start playing. And I remember you at dinner, he was just like, "Yeah, what's the secret?" He was like, "Just blow, innit?" And I'm like, "Nah. Wait, hold on, Kevin."
He's keeping it simple, too simple.
Yeah.
Not too simple, just simple.
How much was this to buy?
400 AUD.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Couple of pipes, isn't it?
Yeah.
In this day's economy. No, very worthwhile to get.
Yeah. How did you find this in Australia? Did you have to import it?
eBay.
eBay.
Thailand eBay.
Thailand eBay. Okay.
No, it
okay.
works. It works great. So we got that. I also got the bamboo flute as well.
Yeah, there's a traditional Thai bamboo flute called the kui, which he is also going to be using as well. And when I think, and you know, I didn't want to guide Kevin towards any direction.
The next one, that one, yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Whoa.
It doesn't look as good as that. Like my one.
Patent's gnarly. No design.
No.
I mean,
that's epic.
I mean, when I think of a traditional Thai sound, I didn't want to guide Kevin towards any one instrument particularly because I was like, do whatever works best for the project. I was very happy that you also picked this because for me, when I think Thai sounds or Thai songs, there's two things. There's the can is more of like a traditional sound that you hear on the streets, but in terms of like other songs, this one has like gives such like a Thai sound to it, and also the xylophone as well, which is something I always hear in every traditional Thai song as well.
For sure.
So
with the
xylophone fans in Thailand?
Yeah.
dude, it's happening. It's happening.
I didn't know.
Big
xylophone
thing.
fans.
Well, a lot of Southeast Asian music has a great affinity for rhythm. There's a lot of rhythmic things happening in Southeast Asian music.
Okay, now this is a very ignorant question of me. Doesn't all music have rhythm?
Correct. Very correct. Very correct.
That's not a dumb question.
Because like people,
You are right.
You said contouring, and I nodded, and I didn't want to stop the conversation.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
But like I was like rhythm. Wait, does some music not have rhythm? Or
No, you're correct. With the exception of maybe, no, I don't know. Like if there's one drone that never changes, there's technically it's I don't know.
when you
we'll
say
go
it's
with
like
yes.
rhythm, does that mean like more than normal or?
Well,
Sorry,
no. It's okay because you're getting into almost like philosophical.
Okay,
shit.
okay.
No. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there.
I'm just
Please
trying to
explain.
understand.
Please explain.
Because essentially, because rhythm is one of the 6 sort of like pillars of what makes up what makes up what people perceive as music.
Do you want me to guess the other 5?
Sure.
Go for it.
Pitch.
Yep.
Is that okay?
Yep.
We got rhythm, pitch.
Shit, I don't even know if I can name all 6.
I was gonna say volume.
Yep.
Wait, really? Oh, okay.
Why? There's no volume.
Well, yeah, I know. I was just thinking that sounds dumb. Like a little
If
bit.
I fuck
go-
this up.
Go as simple as possible.
Yeah.
Volume, pitch, rhythm. That's it.
Timbre.
What is timbre?
Timbre is the quality of a sound, which I called texture, which is another one.
Okay.
Last time I was on here, I was talking about timbre,
remember
but
texture.
I said texture. I said texture, I meant timbre at the time because I was talking about the timbre of one single instrument.
Oh.
Texture is the combination
Okay.
of different.
Well, I don't want to waste your time. Have you explain Goo Gaga?
No. I don't give a shit. I probably.
You mean the
there's gonna
piano
be
blah,
someone
blah?
that's gonna be
Yeah.
like he fucking doesn't know shit. He fucking talking out of his ass.
I feel like music is one of those things where you don't necessarily have to be able to perfectly explain
No,
what you
no,
make. What
fucking
you make.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's completely unnecessary. What I'm.
You don't know
what I'm
any. You
talking
don't
about
have to know any of this shit
Otherwise,
to be
you'd
able
be
to
a
play
music
music.
professor, not a
Yeah.
music maker.
Yeah, no.
you know?
No. So like this is why I said like if it sounds good, it is good. Because
Right,
at the
right,
end of the
right.
day, like the reason you study this shit is purely just to get a different perspective on something that has been achieved in so many different ways without it, without that knowledge, in times past. Like I went to college to learn a certain way about certain things, so that was helping me do the things that I wanted to do. It's completely fucking unnecessary. In the grand scheme of things. Obviously, like for certain things, orchestration and whatnot, like there's certain, you need to know the reality of something, but education in music is...
In my head, I always read it like similarly to cooking, where it's like you could learn how to cook on your own, but perhaps having more core fundamental understanding of why something tastes a certain way, why it adds certain flavor, perhaps that would allow you to much quicker get a better
It
understanding
helps,
of
but it's
cooking
not
and-
necessary at all.
Right, like
Not
you
at
just,
all. It helped me. Hans Zimmer very famously did not go to music school.
Yeah.
Or he didn't go to didn't do a bachelor, master in like composition for screen. There wasn't a composition for screen at the time. He just did the thing, and he did it. He had a fantastic talent for
Beeps and boops,
and just and like speaking the language of film music, which can be anything.
Yeah.
I'd argue some of the best musicians in the world are mostly self-taught anyway.
Yeah.
So it's
Same as chefs. Has some Blumenthal, self-taught. So obviously I'm speaking in generalities here.
Yeah.
But like
we guess we can get back to the rhythm of the.
right.
The
Sorry,
rhythm
I
of this.
derailed
Rhythm of
this
the
conversation.
No.
Yeah.
It's
I'll bring it back. We were talking about how it was quite rhythmic.
I'm forgetting the 6th one though. No. Okay.
harmony. I don't know.
It might be fucking A.
Yeah, maybe.
There
I
we
don't
go.
know.
yeah.
I think that I think you're right.
One of the
I have
6
no
elements.
idea.
Melody,
music.
dynamics, pitch. Yeah, dynamics instead of
Oh,
volume.
structure.
Structure. Yeah.
that's probably what it
there
is.
you go.
There's
okay.
9 there.
Fuck, there is, isn't there? Tempo. Well, tempo is just a clarification on what is the
rhythm,
space.
right?
Yeah. Tempo is what is the space between the rhythms. That's it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apologies for turning this into.
No, it's going. This is fun for me.
Yeah. So you were talking about the rhythm.
Yeah.
Of,
Okay. So
Southeast Asian.
of course, and sorry for the ramble.
Oh no.
It's
This
my fault.
podcast is
That's
all
what
about
Trash Taste is all about,
This
baby.
podcast is all about rambling.
I derailed you, Kevin. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. So, Southeast Asian music, in my experience, has had a very it's put a lot of weight on rhythm.
Right.
And so, if you look at, for example, gamelan. Gamelan is used in Indonesian music a lot, almost exclusively because it's Well, gamelan is a very interesting instrument because it's also pitched differently.
Yeah.
And so, but it's a mallet instrument. So mallet percussion in Southeast Asia is quite. You see a lot of it. And so, for Garnt's project, I wasn't sure how I would potentially be able to integrate traditional Thai xylophone into the score, purely because also there is some pitch discrepancy, which might not just work. I mean, it might, but I wasn't 100% sure how I could make it work in a really natural way, and I didn't want to just like shoehorn something in. That's like the last thing I want to do.
Yeah,
and like
you don't want to make it sound too stereotypical.
Not too much. So using, say, for example, a cousin of that, which is the marimba, which is an instrument I very much love.
Yes.
I could get the use of mallet percussion into the score, but without it being egregiously on the nose.
Yeah. I mean, we had a discussion early on, and the one thing I didn't want to do was kind of like make it sound cliche, like you're just throwing in instruments just to like, just because, hey,
it's like, hey, this is Thai.
Hey, it's come from this place. You use these instruments.
Yeah,
no, it's more of like just get the feeling and energy of it while doing your own, because I wanted Kevin to make Kevin music, I didn't want him to make just like traditional Thai music, I wanted just the soul, as the soul of that region be transposed as much as he wants to, whatever he thinks works best for the project. This episode of Trash Taste is sponsored by Shopify. Boys, when we started this podcast, we had no idea what we were doing. We had to do everything ourselves, setting up cameras, sorting out shoots, managing the entire operation by ourselves. And when it comes to running a business, we had no idea where to start, which is why a service like Shopify is something that was perfect for us at the time. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands that are just getting started. Even the Trash Taste brand. Look, see this shirt? This shirt was sold using Shopify. Get started with your own design studio. With hundreds of ready-to-use templates, Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand style. Accelerate your content creation. Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions and even enhance your product photography. Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. Easily create emails and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. If you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. So guys, what are you waiting for? Turn your big business ideas into with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling at shopify.com/trash. Go to shopify.com/trash. That's shopify.com/trash. Back to the episode. Can I show off some of your work, if that's all right, that you've been working on?
You're the boss.
Okay.
Literally.
Did you download the file that I sent online?
I've not seen anything other than like illustrations.
Oh, okay.
So this is I'm kind of pumped because
I've only seen illustrations.
I've been like gassing this up, and I don't know a single damn thing about it.
Well,
I'm gonna hear this and be like, "Well, Kevin."
Well, this is the second part. So while I was downloading, you said you were nervous to show me because you were like, this is just a rough sketch.
Yes.
Right? This is just like a rough sketch.
Bro, about to show me like the Michelangelo.
Yeah. No, for real.
Cooked up little quick.
For real. Like, you showed me some of your like very, very early drafts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck, Kevin? What the fuck? I remember because my editor is handling the documentary that we're doing for this. So I sent it to him. And as soon as I sent him as soon as I sent him your early drafts, he's like, the first thing he says to me is like, oh, this is big. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, I don't know. For some reason, just hearing Kevin's music just made it sink in that this is a fucking big project, and it is just sinking in. And it was literally his like first very early drafts that in your eyes were just like, yeah.
What I was gonna say, I just sent you the version 2.6. It might be better to show that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, this is a 1.4 gigabyte file.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Music? Just audio?
No.
I was going to say, I was like, Christ.
Yeah, I put it on the video.
Okay.
We're putting every synth in this track.
Oh my god.
Every synth ever.
If a music file is 1.4
gigs?
1.4 gigabytes, you fucked up.
I was like, no wonder that new update for the new Final Fantasy patch is...
It's mostly music.
Sorry, Kai, I just sent you a new one.
Yeah, you can show as much or as little as you want.
Yeah, I don't want to show all of it, obviously.
Okay.
And this is all still a work in progress.
Yeah.
So
If you want I don't know what, maybe the first 3 or 4 musical numbers would give like a statement of intent.
Yo, can we crank that shit?
Yeah.
Let's crank it. Oh, perfect. Yeah.
There we
There
go.
we go. Max that shit.
There we go.
Oh, wow. The xylophone.
piano.
That's piano?
Upright piano.
That sounds like xylophone.
It does.
Yeah, I remember listening to this flute. I was like, oh. So what's basically going on right now, it's a little montage of like, this is basically like a time skip about what everyone's doing in their respective world, just to give context to the scene. So it's more meant to be like a slice of lifey track, I guess.
I definitely get that vibe, yeah.
Yeah.
God, you see, this is how good Kevin is, man. It's like just from listening to the music, I can tell that a passage of time is happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that feeling of like time is like things are happening, but also time is like rapidly going past. And like the fact that I can just understand that contextually just from listening to the music and seeing these scenes is just like, why the other go, bro?
Yeah.
It'll sound even better when it's live recorded.
May I remind you, this is a rough sketch.
Yeah, right.
In his own terms. And I'm like, wait, this isn't the final product?
It's nowhere near it.
So I can understand, like, what are you doing differently then to make that? Because that sounded done, like, to me. But I'm dumb, so, like, how do you make that even, like, the final? Like, what steps do you have to take then to be like, it's done?
So that's a computer render. And so that's not recorded live or anything like that. Generally correct, but that's okay.
Okay.
So
the chair. Sorry. The chair. Sorry.
So yeah, what we'll do basically is once the animation is locked off, and once we have, for example, like just decided exactly if we want like any additional. Like any additional production or something like that, just to, you know, there's a little bit of percussion in there. Like I was talking to Garnt earlier, being like, I reckon I want to take another pass at the percussion because right now it's just like, don't. Not really doing anything for me.
Yeah,
so I want to change that. Right now, because there's no Thai bamboo flute sampled anyway.
Yeah. So the flute you heard wasn't the Thai bamboo flute. It was just the
penny
closest.
whistle.
Yeah. The closest sound profile to that. But the bamboo flute is going to have its own unique kind of like sounds.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I'll basically go in and do a play.
So you'll like record everything and then put it all
strings
like,
are all
live?
fake right now. Obviously it's not mixed. I don't mix my own music because that's a whole other skill set that I shouldn't be a mixing engineer. That ain't what I do. So yeah. But the whole idea of like being able to show like certain like the track even in what I would call its basic form or its raw form.
Yeah.
Is obviously to show the composition to Garnt, see how he feels about it, but then also basically get the structure locked because another approach that sort of changed a little bit over the years. I don't really like produce the music so like hardcore too early on now. It's more about getting the structure and the core tenets of of the track or whatever it may be, the score down first. Because if you're building on something that's quite solid, then it's sort of like you're building on quality, like theoretically. Whereas if you're building on something that is fundamentally a little bit flawed compositionally, you can put as many bells and whistles on top of it as you want. At the end of the day, it's still going to be a flawed composition. So you're trying to like mitigate, essentially the composition being not the best composition it can be first. And then after that, you put all the bells and whistles on it and, add a little bit more percussion here or something like that. So now that I know that Garnt is happy and he knows, and I know that I want to expand on this a little bit, this track, but I want to do it with, the flute doesn't change. I mean, the flute line doesn't change. We definitely agree on that. But then I want to add like maybe just a little bit more nuanced piano or, a bit more like, maybe some more interesting percussion or something like that,
Yeah. I mean, this track in particular, when I was like going through all the tracks she wrote, it like I had such a guttural reaction because as soon as like the flute kicked in, even though it wasn't the bamboo flute, it just like, I don't know, this is how I describe things without knowing music technology.
Do it.
The profile of it just sounded so much like things I'd heard before growing up and stuff. And not like exactly one for one, but like I said, the soul of a lot of the music I've heard from that seemed to be like transposed in this one.
It sounds nostalgic.
Yeah. It like I felt nostalgic listening to this.
I mean, it felt nostalgic for me and I have no part of this culture at all.
Yeah.
So like that's saying something.
And I was just like, I was so fucking curious. What was your approach to making like a track like this? Because I think you fucking nailed it. And okay. I want to know what the fucking magic is.
Let's try, baby. Actually, no, second try. This was a two-shot. Well, look, because when I asked you for that big fucking reading material thing, I'm not sure if it was you or whether it was just me typing in the name of the instrument into Google. There was this because a guy was playing the flute on like the Thai Idol. Or like
I did send you that clip.
Yeah, like basically the American Idol but Thai. And this guy was just playing the flute with this song. And the thing is, okay, there's no embarrassing, but I was like, okay, what I used to do as a kid is I used to do like performances and I come from playing flute.
Yeah.
So I wanted to I remember like I would play like One Winged Angel and I would do a flute rendition with the backing track in front of like my entire school or something like that, because I would really like One Winged Angel, and I would play just the flute top line with like the full like orchestral backing track like blasting in the background, and I would really enjoy like just a flute solo performance with a backing track. And this is exactly what that guy was doing,
right? And
he was like just like jamming like fucking hard on the bamboo flute, and I was like, this guy's just killing it with the backing track in front of all the audience and everyone's feeling emotional. And I was like, let's try that. So I was like, okay, let's just jam. Let's just jam with the flute. And obviously, like the track is the most on the nose part of this track. Sorry for the phone going off.
No worries.
Yeah, the most the most like on the nose part of this track is the fact that it does use a pentatonic scale. It uses a pentatonic scale and also uses a drone. Right. Which I found something.
I know what that is.
I'm going to say right.
It's that non-rhythmic thing. No,
there's just this rhythm thing you keep talking about.
Yeah. Sorry, got a little bit of that. No. It's when I was just listening to some of the music that you sent, and then doing a little walkabout as well on my end. A lot of the music at times would have a drone going underneath, maybe some of the xylophone as well to keep some rhythmic pulse or something like that, maybe a little bit of percussion, but then it would just be, say, flute or maybe the keen on top, just basically just going up and down and just doing like almost variations on a theme.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm giving a very generalistic sort of overview of some of the things that I was looking at, but I liked the idea of because I had to like untrain myself to modulate. Right. Because I'm really used to, actually the first half of the track I modulate a lot more. It's like, just going.
What does modulating mean?
Shifting chords.
Okay.
Yeah. In very,
right.
just In general terms, yeah. So I was shifting around a lot more, and a lot of them I tend to right now.
Sorry.
No.
Please don't feel the need to dumb your work down just because I'm here.
No.
You can. Mudan will also put notes up. He'll put notes.
There'll be a thing for modulation.
No,
explain what it is because I don't like. I feel like this is super valuable information. I don't want you to like simplify it just because I'm here.
No, I'm just answering.
Every time you throw out a musical term, I just look over at Connor.
I just wish I knew anything. I'm so sorry. I'm
It's
so
just that when you're
useless.
recapitulating the modulation, you just want to make sure that rested is actually just
Right. Okay.
That was me trolling.
Yeah, I understood that. We're 2 words in.
My bad.
It's like when people, you know, in hackers in movies, when they just say shit. And then because they're not hacking. This is what it sounds like. He's like, the mainframe CPU has been inverted. And you're like, okay, like, sure. All right. I trust you.
In other projects of late, I found myself doing a lot more sort of shifting, modulating, so to speak, in very rapid succession, because you can just like go from chord to chord to chord to chord to chord to chord, and all of a sudden you could be in a new key, you could just be playing in the same key and just basically going around, almost like sort of neo-baroque style, sort of like shifting, almost like fugal. And so I've been stuck in that for a while, and so you actually hear that a little bit in the first half of that track, where it's bum 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 bum. And it's just going like that. In that case, it's just doing a 4-chord rotation, like very standard. But then having to untrain myself to do that and be like, don't shift, just keep the fucking drone, and just go, just like have the flute go on top, have the pentatonic thing just like going through for the harmony, then just keep it. Then finally, maybe just a little bit of almost like a pop song style, go to 4, go back to 1. That's it. That's what you need to do. I just had to like untrain too much of the blah 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 almost, and like actually just don't go.
That is a technical term.
Yeah,
The blah blah blah.
like,
Blah, blah. Yeah, I've heard about this term.
Go less shifty and essentially just try and write more simple.
Yeah.
And so you know, sometimes
Like keep it so that it's like just constantly growing in a single direction.
Yeah, and it's just developing on its own thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's steady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to. Yeah, I've been writing a lot of unsteady music recently. So yeah, which is
Well, it's good
There we
to
go.
know that all the study material I sent actually helped you.
It really did.
Okay.
Well, because like also like I'm not going to pretend to have experience with Thai music.
Yes, yes.
Especially the way that you do. But like you know, it's not something that I'm going to say is like I didn't have it like just fucking hidden in the wheelhouse somewhere, and I didn't want to fuck it up. And you know, one way to not fuck it up is to not overdo it, of course. But also like I wanted your perspective on this. I wanted your blessing.
Make sure you're doing it justice.
Yeah, do at least some justice,
sure.
you know.
For
and just make sure that at least I'm in. Let's just say I'm in the ballpark. If I'm in the ballpark, I can work with that.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like I said, working with this guy, he is way too humble for
Take a sip
for
of this coffee here.
for his fucking talent, you know. And you can watch the rest of his work on it when this is all
Hell yeah, I'm excited.
finished and out.
yeah.
Hopefully in like a month from the date of this episode coming up. So very, very excited for that.
Oh, thank you for having me, man.
Oh, no worries.
Just doing my best.
Yes, but I guess moving on from like professional stuff now.
Let's talk about bullshit.
Let's talk about fucking bullshit. So we went to Switzerland.
Yes,
Oh,
I know where this is going.
We went to
Rack 'em
Switzerland.
up.
gonna hide my
Rack 'em up.
wrist. Put my. I noticed your beautiful timepiece.
Yes,
guys.
yes.
I couldn't help but
Yes.
notice it.
And we, I guess, took one step into the watch world,
That's
which I know you is a rabbit hole you have gotten into yourself.
You ever wanna never have money?
Let's just say that first step into the watch pool was a lot deeper than we anticipated.
Oh man,
My whole experience with the whole watch stuff, well, obviously going there, but like just the fucking internet's attitude towards it. Recently, it's been so funny.
I did see this.
Sell everything you have and buy a watch if you're 20 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's terrible advice. yeah. Oh god, I mean, fucking, where do you want to start? Because this is
How deep does this
Yeah.
rabbit hole go?
Wait, how did you even get into this rabbit hole?
Yeah.
That's an excellent question. So actually, my the guy I work with on all the anime stuff,
Yes.
for my 30th birthday, he bought me a watch. he bought me a watch, I should say, and it came out of nowhere. I really wasn't expecting it. I'd worn some watch, in the past, something, but
Yeah.
never taken it any seriously. Fucking great English, Kevin. I hadn't taken it too seriously, and then he just was like, "Happy 30th," and gave me what's called a Tudor Black Bay 41 with a smiley dial, which means it has an ETA movement, not an in-house movement. So there you go. That's your first little bit of.
I've heard all these words.
Yeah,
I've heard all these words. I know Tudor's a good brand.
Tudor's great. And he was like, "Oh, look, I know you're into mechanical." I think I got into synth by that point. So I was like into mechanical things.
Yes.
And I'd already, that watch, I looked it up and I was like, "Oh shit." I was like, "Fuck, it's the watch. It is it. Of all the watches, this is one of them." And so I was shocked. I was really, really, very, very, I don't even know what to say. Like at first I was like, I can't wear this. It's too much. It's way too much.
Yes.
Once you get over that hump and you just start enjoying something, that it becomes almost like a talisman on your wrist. And it's like, it's a good luck charm. It's a memory thing. I'll give you a slightly, the emotional side of watches is obviously it's about inheritance. It's about something you pass on. There's that perspective. There's also, the reason I use like the idea of like good luck talismans or something like that, or having something on your wrist is, typically speaking, a lot of guys will not wear a lot of jewelry, and that'll be the one thing. That's
male jewelry, really.
One of the classic things. Slightly sad story, but with a good ending. Our puppy was suddenly quite sick a couple of months ago. All fine, but basically in the middle of the night, we had to rush to the hospital. I was wearing a watch called a Longines Avigation A7, which is a pilot's watch. And I don't wear that watch very often. For some reason, I was wearing that watch that day because it made me feel good. You also wear them. You wear them, feel good. And I had that on when we found out that she was going to be totally okay, because we were very worried, and Papa was very young, and we just imprinted on this life that we were about to spend the next 15 to 20 years with. And it was a very confronting. It was an allergic reaction. Started vomiting and then some blood in the vomit, and we were very upset, very upset. But thankfully, all came through. All we missed was essentially a night of work and a night of sleep, because we got back at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I accidentally hit a kangaroo on the road while I was driving. So.
That might possibly be the most Australian,
that's the most Australian sentence of all time. I accidentally hit a kangaroo.
It's
Look, they love jumping in front of cars.
Because we're out in the 6 now, so that's really common. Because I used to say that like when you're driving in the city, you get your avoidance training or like your reflex training from like people not looking on the road when they fucking cross the street, but you're only going 40 to 60 kph. When you're doing like 100 and there's fucking ruers on the side, and it's like 6 foot. And that thing can just jump left, right, up and down, and it can do anything at any time. And it's like, okay, so one of two things is going to happen now. And it's the only one I've actually killed, which is great because like, you see them unfortunately all the time. They are in a way considered a pest in Australia. Yeah. So it's not if you hit it, you hit it. It is what it is. But you know, there's certain things you're not meant to swerve, and you know that sort of thing. There's certain things to like.
You might just end up just doing
in
way
a ditch.
more.
Yeah, because you're on dirt roads the whole time with potholes everywhere and blah blah blah. But yeah, sorry. Back to the watch thing. Basically, I almost associate that watch now with the fact that dog made it all safe. So it's almost like you almost like imprinting memories onto certain objects that you have. You might have certain
You're
rings.
looking at a kangaroo.
Yeah. I also remember hitting the doggy. Taking my first kangaroo.
Sorry.
I saved a life and I took a life. All with this baby on.
Maybe it was
remember where you come from.
Maybe it was a law of equivalent exchange, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I mean, depending on what road you take to where we live, you can get different types of animals as well.
In Wales, there's like winding roads with like bushes all on the sides, and there's always problems with like foxes or things jumping out.
Yeah, those guys are crazy.
Yeah, it's just like, what can you do?
Yeah,
because you're going around a corner constantly.
Yeah,
so you're just like, great.
Well, the only thing you can really do is just slow down, which sometimes, you know, is still not enough. The one that I've normally been pretty good at the odds, you know, You know, but even that night, like that fucker came out of nowhere.
I sometimes just can't do anything. I mean,
No, it's just it is what it is. But I mean, you know,
but the watch has a lot of memories.
the watch has a great memory. The watch has a great
Just
memory.
one night of memories.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Wait, okay. Am I allowed to ask how many watches?
Oh,
are in your-
God.
I just,
You know, it.
is it like, because when I was a kid, right, you'd get, you know, maybe for Christmas you get like 3 or 4 games,
Yeah.
and you had to decide in that tough moment. You're like, which one do I play first?
Right.
How do I like they're like kind of like kids on a you know, you get a set time. You're like, oh, I gotta dish out the time here. Do you have this kind of problem now with all your watches? You're like, I want to wear this one
So
day.
in this case, it's very mood based, but it's also aesthetic based. Because it is like one of the few pieces of jewelry that I really wear. Like I have 2 earrings that never change, and I have like a watch. So in this case, like I'm wearing black trackies, black shirt, and comfortable black cardigan. So like wearing a watch with a yellow dial with a black strap, it matches, but also it gives one extra pop of color. And this also happens to be one that there's
That's
never
the fashion mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never
gonna
one
go
I
away.
wear. That's-
Yeah. Oh, and that one's great.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you.
And
Yeah.
it was a
Small.
skeletonized
Do
t-shirt.
you want it? Do you want it? I'll give it to you.
Well,
Oh.
tell you what. There
Oh
you
no!
go.
Oh,
Don't
no.
give me yours.
Look at
Oh,
that
no.
boy.
Okay, there you go. Oh my god, that's so.
That is a nice one.
Look
That's
at
beautiful.
that.
That's a cool watch.
Skeletonized
We
t-shirt.
went. Okay, so
Sick,
we
man.
went into this store
Yeah.
in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first thing that I did not fuck with was that, like, I felt like I was like the energy of all the staff.
Yeah.
They like jump on you.
Yeah.
Like, can we help you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
And I'm like,
It's-
I
it's-
just want to like look. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that on top of
so
the
sorry.
places
No, I
with
really like this.
no
That's so
price
nice.
tag as well. Just some places you
Dude.
go to just have no price tags, and you're like,
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And this is so much more sleek than the other watches we saw at the store.
So yeah, there's a whole push for like big
Yes,
stuff.
you're
It's
massive.
dying down a little bit.
The
but,
chunky boys.
Yeah,
I
like
like- I
these
like
big
the le-
like
I really like
flying
the leather
saucers.
straps.
Yeah. Leather's lovely. This I think you picked very well, by the
thank
way,
you.
if I may say so.
Thank you. I appreciate the approval.
Yeah. No,
Time wrong.
like so. I mean, look, it can get very deep, and you get very nerdy about movement quality, about whether it is an in-house movement, all that sort of stuff. Essentially, at the end of the day, yeah, like there's a whole faction of this where people look at it as an investment, and it's not an illegitimate way to think about it, but it's
you
not
look at
a
it that
fun
way?
way. No,
okay.
I'm not
okay.
selling this. Fucking no.
I feel like it's the same thing with any kind of collectible.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
like, yes,
Yeah.
if I'm buying Pokemon cards, like,
Yeah.
look, you're buying Pokemon cards because you want to buy Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Same with
Yeah.
the watch, right? Like, let's
like, I could, but I'm
stop
not going
lying
to.
to
Yeah.
yourselves. I mean, like, I'm like you're day trading stocks. Like, you're trying to you're like looking at the value, you're like, sell it. No, it's
Yeah,
like, look,
I
you
do
like the
believe
thing.
I do believe in not overpaying for something as best
Absolutely,
as possible.
yeah, for sure.
And it is nice to then know that if you did have to part with something, that you're not going
could get-
to lose
Yeah.
too much on it or something like that. If you needed a money immersion,
Yeah, for sure.
because this hobby, expensive hobby at the end of the day, is not fucking critical to have a watch.
Yeah.
It's something that I really enjoy because of the way it makes me feel on a day-to-day basis, and I can.
That's all it's what it's about, man.
Based on because. Remember, I work from home as well, so
yeah.
as we all do to an extent, of course. So it's like, if you're going to be sat in a chair in a studio for fucking 6 to 12 hours a day for the next 3 months because you're working your ass off trying to fucking get to Japan for a holiday, then then you want to feel and look like you feel good about it as well.
absolutely.
So you stick on, especially like you got ones that work a little bit better with the summer and maybe a rubber strap, blah blah blah. Then in winter you want a bit more cozy, a little bit chunkier, whatever it may be. And it's just like, how do you want to feel today? They're capturing different moods of the day. And I mean the bad reality is, yes, they do cost money, and that's not and yeah, so you should try your best to be wise, and also don't ever go online and shop drunk because
This is oddly specific advice as well.
don't if you've been skirting around hitting that buy button and then you make a martini or 5, then shut off your Wi-Fi and go watch TV.
So same question then. How many do you have?
I don't want to say.
So for a long time, I saw the Grand Seikos, and I was like, wow, what a fucking beautiful watch.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll get one for my birthday. And then I saw the price, and I was like,
Yeah.
I still want one.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I would, I know me and I don't take care of things well enough. I'd be
Yeah.
like, Because they're like, what are they, like 10 grand, 20 grand? It's ridiculous.
Really depends. Not 20. So it depends on what you're getting.
Right.
I mean, do you remember any details about the watch, or shall I just give you a...
Please tell me all about it.
Yeah, sure.
Because
So-
I just thought it looked beautiful. From a
For sure. Yeah. So Grand Seiko, which is the sort of the upscale version of Seiko to an extent, or under the Seikosha company.
Yeah.
So Seiko is sort of they don't use the same movements. It's not the same sort of polishing. Grand Seiko. There's also one intermediary called King Seiko, which is sort of like a upgraded Seiko to an extent in terms of finishing of the case, finishing of the dial, blah, 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 blah. Yes, King Seiko is more like,
middle range.
Yeah, you can find it. But Grand Seiko is, sort of the luxury version of Seiko. They have some unbelievable watches. That they are very known for their dials, the beautiful dial. The way that the case and the case and the bracelet are polished is very famous with them, and how
interesting,
how crafted that is. Also, they have movements. So you've got what's called an automatic movement.
Yeah.
So that's it's not a quartz watch. It's not battery powered, but also it has a little rotor, as you've seen in the back.
Yeah, I love it. It's
and
cool.
that charges the watch throughout the day. So mine's the automatic as well. So you've got manual wind, you've got automatic, you've got quartz, and then you've got what Seiko created, which is called spring drive. Spring drive is almost like a bit of a hybrid. There's no battery required, but it uses what's called a quartz regulator to essentially make the second hand sweep in a because every watch ticks, right? It either goes like up for quartz, or in this case, this is I think this is a 4 hertz movement, which means it ticks 6 times a second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Then yours would be so you can see it go tick.
Yeah. I love sometimes it's quiet listening to it.
It's very
it's really
nice.
satisfying to
Yeah,
listen to.
it is. So spring drive basically gets rid of that and essentially regulates a powered movement through a quartz regulator. It regulates a mainspring through a quartz regulator. Fuck, I hope I got that right. Which basically makes the hand sweep like that.
Oh, so it's a fluid movement.
If you see on like train stations and shit like that, where they go like that,
Yeah.
they've done it in a different way because to miniaturize the technology is much more difficult.
Okay.
But Grand Seiko developed this lovely movement, which is a really so if you actually go into the store and you'll see them moving, you're like, oh, that's a spring drive. They also do something called a high beam movement, which is where it vibrates at 36,000 hertz, which is basically 10 clicks per second.
I would love to. I think like every single time I want to like get something expensive like this, or I remember like I want to have a look. It's again always the store atmosphere always puts me off.
Yeah,
for sure. All these places because they like kind of like
like pressure
especially like because I dress like this. Like I don't rock up with like a suit, so I'm like I just want to have a look, man. And then like 3 dudes basically surround you. How can we help you, sir? What are you looking for?
And we will help you.
And I'm like, you know what? I just wanted to look.
Yep. I just literally say, hey, can I have a look around? And then I just never speak. And it's becoming more of a rare occurrence to purchase now. I should really stop.
Number martini purchasing.
El's upstairs is fucking groaning.
What was the purchase where you realize, oh, I'm in deep?
There's been a few. I've said this is my last one for a while, quite a few times.
That's how you know.
That's how you know you're in the
Yeah. It's like just one more.
There is an association with achievements. So like sometimes, especially if you're in deep,
I like the idea of having it.
It's
kind of like
like
life milestones.
Life milestones, work milestones, etc. Promotions, wedding, bar mitzvah, or whatever the fuck, I don't know. So, it doesn't really matter. But
fuck, that's a really good life philosophy that I might take, but also that would be very hazardous for my wallet.
Well, look, watches come in a variation of prices.
You don't have to spend so much at all.
Investment.
Look, all your favorite. We can become one of those Alpha Bro podcasts. Where we say like, if you don't own 3 watches by age 25, you're a failure. So I don't know.
The whole investment thing. Yes, there's an aspect to it, and it's appropriate to kind of watch the numbers go up and be like, oh, well, I didn't lose something on this and blah blah blah. They just wear a fucking watch if you want to. Like, just be happy.
That's what it should be. Right?
Yeah, it's absolutely what it should be. It is traditionally speaking, it is a function.
Yeah.
It is a functional thing on. It's a functional. It is a functional thing on the wrist. Yes, you don't need it anymore to tell the time, but it is fun too.
Right.
Like we're going to Formula One in a couple of days to Suzuka Circuit.
Yeah.
And I love wearing a what's called a chronograph watch there. Which is basically a timing watch. It start like a what do you fucking call
Stopwatch?
it? Thank you.
Anything with the word chrono in it is so sick as well.
The blah blah watch.
The blah blah timing watch.
Yeah.
Because we like to just sit there and as the cars go by, let's say the first position and the second position, there might be a screen there telling you the delta time or the difference time between first position and second position.
Yeah.
But sometimes, especially if you don't have a screen there and you know that, okay, this car is going to go across my eye line at this time. I start the thing.
That's cool.
And then I know that, X amount of seconds later, second car's going to go and I stop the thing and I look at it. Okay, 6 seconds difference. So it means position 2 needs to get up to position 1 by 6 seconds in order to try and overtake them. Got it. And then you can see the next lap because they do like 50 to 70 laps.
Yeah.
I know that now they're 5 seconds. So they're gaining a second every couple of laps. But,
right.
1 second in Formula One is quite a lot of time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, it's like things like that. It's like it can be a fun thing that you associate with a fun time and you can just be happy and enjoy your thing. And hopefully you don't be too stupid like me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I when I learned about, do you know how the quartz works? Like how it's fucking,
I know nothing about watch.
It's so fucking bizarre how they figured this out. But basically, quartz.
When did you learn this?
I don't know when I learned it quite a while ago, and I always thought it was really interesting how the fuck someone figured this out.
Right.
So basically, quartz, if you run an electrical current through it, will like always have either a vibration or a movement at the exact same amount. And that's how they use it to keep time, is that it'll always oscillate the same amount when you run an electrical current through it.
Yep.
And they can use that timing to keep time in a watch.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Plus or minus, the good ones, plus or minus about 10 seconds a year.
It's like really accurate, really accurate. But you have to change the battery, which
Yeah. Eventually. But maybe not anymore.
If you go to the watch shop all the time, it's probably not a big deal. But if you're lazy like me, that's something to do once a year.
There's solar beats now.
What is solo beats?
Solar.
Oh, solar.
Yeah.
Where they? I can. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's Echo. There's Eco Drive with Citizen. Sorry, where it charges with the sun. Tag Heuer does sun charging stuff, like solar charging stuff. So Seiko.
They're the official Formula One timekeeping.
They are now.
Which is
Rolex's fat ass out of the job.
That's because we went to that store that was everywhere. It was like, with a Formula One watch, with a Formula One watch.
Yeah, they'll do that. Fuck me, they'll do that. Yeah.
And then
the
we now
branding
charge
thing.
30% more.
The branding thing is crazy, and we were talking about Formula One a little bit before, but like every team tends to be sponsored by a different brand as well. And some of these watches, man, I mean, sweet mother of Zeus Lord, they are expensive.
I mean, we saw them.
Yeah.
We went down, I guess, is what's considered like Watch Street or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
In Switzerland.
I would have been a kid, pig and shit. That's what I would have been.
And
Imagine walking down that street after 5 martinis.
Oh no! I mean, I'd sell. Yeah, Jesus
It was good,
Christ.
but every store made you feel even poorer than the last.
Yeah.
Because we'd start the first couple of stores, and you're like, okay, this is a bit much.
This is
but
affordable.
We could afford this.
it's in a ballpark.
And it very quickly got to the mark of like, if you have to ask, you're not welcome.
Yeah.
I was like, how many zeros do you have in your bank account?
'Cause they
Not
were like-
enough, clearly.
Yeah.
Is this,
when we
is,
got
this
to,
is this the same amount as a down payment of a house we're talking about here?
Sometimes it is the house.
And
Yes,
what was
exactly.
eye-opening was like, we got to the Rolex store, and like, we were still on like the mid level of the price range.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah.
like, oh, Rolex is not the high
I thought
end?
that was the top.
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
So Rolex traditionally is the tool watch.
Well, that's crazy.
The tool watches. They were useful things, especially in the 60s. The Submariner is a dive watch. It was just meant to be functional. It wasn't meant to be. I mean, it's meant to be a good, solid, quality thing that's never going to let you down, or very rarely going to let you down. Probably never. And the only thing you probably need to do is service it every 10 years. Probably all you need to do forever. And now it's like a cult thing. I mean, they outsell every other brand, sometimes combined. To an extent, of course. Like they sell so much. There's a lot of.
I think the same thing happened with Crocs recently.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah,
Maybe not quite to the same level.
Ever-Rose Gold Crocs.
Yeah, I mean, I know Rolex now. They've got that whole because I follow the subreddits. It's quite fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
That people like you can't even go into a store now and buy it. You have to go on the wait list, and this is the whole thing.
Which is a myth.
Yeah, right.
It's like not a real thing. If they wanted to sell you one, they probably could.
Yeah.
Well, okay, and again, that could be a discourse as well because I'm on the same fucking Reddit. So
I love reading it. I love reading it because people get so angry about it and worked up about all this watch information.
Yeah. It does destroy, in my mind. I mean, look, if I had the opportunity, there's one or two that I would love to, but I'm not going to have that opportunity. No, I would be stabbed before I got anywhere near that sort of thing.
So what do you think is a good entry level watch then?
Well, what do you want, man?
This is exactly.
What do you want, Garnt? What do you want?
I don't know what am I even considering? Because I remember when Didas was talking to you.
Oh yeah, I got him in. I got him hook, line, and fucking sinker.
So I remember I hosted a house party and Emma and Didas and Kevin were both there, and Didas was like, "I'm thinking about getting a watch." This is like the beginning of the conversation. I'm like, "Okay, I'll leave him to it." Come back 40 minutes later. They're still talking. Kevin's got out the fucking shopping list, by the way. He's like just scrolling through. Come back like another 20 minutes. They're still talking about it. And Dada's like, you know what, Maybe you should just take me watch shopping.
Yeah, I think I had a fair bit of red wine by that point as well. I was Didas wasn't doing the lion's share of the talking.
I knew you'd spoken to him because then when I showed him my watch, he in the most eloquent fashion, he was like critiquing the watch. And I was like, where the fuck did this come from, Didas?
I didn't teach like the hate.
Yeah.
No. As in, like you got him into it.
Yeah.
He rattled off all of the details.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought he was like giving you shit.
No. But he was talking about it with such confidence. I was like, what the fuck?
He's like, that's the.
I'm so proud.
So what is stuff you should consider as a entry level watch?
Well, your anime's kind of, you should get a watch to celebrate the milestone.
Yeah, we should.
Okay,
well,
first and foremost, is it something that you plan to wear every day or on special occasions?
I feel like special occasions.
Okay, so that would basically suggest that you're looking for something that you don't want to knock around too much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in that case,
Expensive.
well, there's a couple of options here because I mean, let's look at the way you dress as well. You tend to have these lovely turtlenecks as well, and so there's a little bit of a fancy, very well dressed, prim and proper vibe going on.
Thank you for that, Kevin.
So,
I didn't think I'd be getting any compliments today, but I'll take it.
I'm gonna focus on what's called dress watches.
Okay.
So dress watches are typically watches that. I mean, you can wear them. You can wear any watch. If you own a watch, you can wear it any time of the day that you want. But there are certain watches that are more conducive to being worn on a regular basis, where they could be knocked around than others. For example, a diving watch has a lot of water resistance, which means that if you go on swimming all the time, or if you're, fucking around and then you go out and you waste it and you knock it on the ground, it's going to have a little scuff. It adds endearment to the watch rather than you feel like you've just really pissed away your money.
It's a battle scar.
It's a great battle scar. Normally those are like stories things as well. A lot of these people are like, oh fuck, I bought this thing and I don't want to get it scratched, so I'm going to put it in the safe. It's like, so you bought something that's meant to be worn on the wrist and you're going to never wear it on the wrist.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's a functional fucking thing.
Yeah.
Just wear it and whatever happens, happens. And if it gets this, the birthday present that I got, the one that got me into it, I fucking like scratched that thing on a door handle. And for the first 3 seconds, I was like, you fucking idiot. And then after that, I was like, you know what? Fucking it's done now. I can't change it. Got a massive scuff in it from it, but it's still mine. It's still gonna, and it's built for that shit. It's built to be fucked around with.
All right, so dress watch.
Dress watch is more delicate.
What brands would you
entry? Fuck.
Oh, he's like, fuck. There's I can't remember anymore.
there are some entry level Grand Seikos, but if we're talking entry level, we're probably talking. And again, I'm going to throw this number out to like the regular like sort of audience member. This may sound fucking ridiculous, and you're not wrong, and you're really, really, really not wrong. So I'm going to look at the like a $3,000 to $5,000 sort of.
How much was your watch?
This one was
800, I think.
I think it was 860 Swiss francs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's like what, like $1,000?
Yeah. So we could, even if we look at that, you've got options like Tissot, you've got Seiko. Seiko did great dress watches for a really appropriate price. Let Let's go. Well, I mean, even like Citizen Orient have some cool things. Like the Orient Bambino is really cool.
Okay.
I'll give you a list later.
I've opened Pandora's box.
There's a whole rabbit hole.
It also depends on whether you want to buy firsthand from a boutique or an AD. Or
I'm so scared of buying a secondhand watch because I just see all those YouTube shorts where like, yeah, no, it's a fake watch you got here. It's not a Rolex. It's, you see the gold comes off.
So yeah, don't buy a roll.
Well, I just like there's so many videos being like, look, another fake watch. And I'm like,
Yeah. No,
that's in Japan. It's okay.
Fugazis are a thing. But yeah, Japan tends to be quite reputable. So you know, if you go to Nakano Broadway or something like that, there's like 10 trillion and one watch stores there, and they tend to be okay. But yeah, it's yeah, I don't know because. This is such a question. I literally don't even know where to begin. Because also like it depends on your skin tone. It depends on your wrist size. Like I have quite chunky wrists, so I can pull off a bigger watch.
Yeah.
Whereas I would say you fine gentlemen, I would suggest
I have skinny.
yeah.
wrists.
So like you could do a whole size of the size of the dial. Or the diameter of the dial.
Jesus
also
Christ.
the lug to lug length is like really. Like, yeah.
Talks about watches the way he talks about music.
Yeah.
Really.
Well,
I feel like he's more eloquent with watches than he is music.
I'm definitely. I'm almost more careful because there's like I could say the 6 or the 9 tenets of music incorrectly, and someone would be like, I think he was a bit wrong on that one. I was like, he said timbre instead of fucking like texture or something like that. And it'd be like,
you
you know
better
what?
not get that quartz movement wrong.
Yeah, but it's like at least I can write the thing. With this, is like if I don't get it right, I'm gonna be lynched. It's fucked.
A certain subreddit will be on your ass.
Oh yeah, I'll be taken to the cleaners.
It does feel like there's a disproportionate amount of people who are into watches and very into, because I'm like, there's no way everyone who's into watches is buying all these watches because it's such an expensive hobby.
Yeah, it's like there is a passion for the talk of it, or the passion for like there is
Speculation.
Yeah, but also like you know seeing what can be achieved in what is essentially like a mini
tiny
piece of
form
technology. Yeah, I mean I really enjoy at the time of this timing they're about to do their version of like E3. Or
What? They have Watch E3?
Yeah, it's called Watches and Wonders in Switzerland. And
What?
where
They have like presentations and stuff.
significant portion of every brand, nearly every brand goes there and they reveal what they're doing for the year. And
The freebies must go crazy at that convention.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
We have our lowest line watch.
But they'll have like all the main brands, and they'll go all the micro brands and all the independent brands and stuff like that. And it'll be like basically a show floor. Or it's like PAX or, you know, something like that. A big show floor. And you have the indie section. You have like, you know, all the AAA section. All that sort of thing. And they'll do that for like days.
One thing I noticed is that when I, you know, maybe in conversation, I talk to people who aren't watch people. I'll be like, I got to watch from Switzerland. If I don't say like one of the two brands they know, they just assume it's like, what is this? They're like, no Rolex? What?
Yeah. Well,
what even is this? Why'd you even buy this?
If there are obviously a lot of people that would buy it for the clouds.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Or
I mean, Rolex, I'd say more so than not.
No, absolutely. And that's also almost a bit of a shame because it's like, because they are really.
You knew nothing about watches, you just bought the name.
And it's like there are some really cool things. There's something called the Cialini Moon Phase, which is a very
that sounds so sick.
It's a beautiful thing, and it's by Rolex, but I couldn't think about it even if I wanted to. But like you know, they do these really interesting things sometimes, but then there's just like the classics, and everyone wants them, and it's, you know, it's not for me. Yeah. But I think buying it, I don't know, I've said this once or twice already, but like just doing something or buying something that makes you happy, if you can safely, comfortably, you know, within reason.
Totally.
Then it's like, you
no
know.
martinis.
Yeah, no martinis.
Maybe let's not get ahead of ourselves. I mean, speaking of, actually, if you don't mind, Joey, reaching to your right, I wanted to, and from Elle as well.
You've brought a watch?
Look at these watches.
A liquid,
3 watches.
A liquid watch. Liquid
Jesus
watch.
Christ.
So from me to you guys, just you know, I wanted to bring a little
Is this the warm up
something.
for us to buy our watch? You know,
Oh, gee,
Yeah, this is three shots of this.
Oh yeah, be careful.
Like, can I bring up the Rolex?
Oh no, because I mean you'll fucking sleepwalk with this shit, so be careful. But yeah, basically this is 4 Pillars gin from Elle and I to you guys. Basically, this is one of my favorite brands of Australian gin from Hillview, which is about 2 hours northeast of Melbourne City.
Okay.
But in a wonderful part of the world, and they have a distillery there. And basically, I don't care who takes what flavor. You guys can just fight to the death on that one. But there's like the red dry gin, which is just the classic, really good for mixing, but also good flavor. Over ice, over what's called soda water, over whatever, over tonic. That'll be really lovely. The Bloody Shiraz gin is my favorite. That shit is fucking crazy. Be careful because it doesn't taste as strong as it actually is. So they actually, and I really hope I don't get this wrong, so apologies. But they basically, because they live in wine region, or they produce in wine region, so they get a lot of the Shiraz grape skins and things like that, and they incorporate that into the brewing process, and it's this rich.
Oh, cool.
It's actually, it looks like Shiraz, so it doesn't look like gin. But it hits you like a fucking freight train, so just be careful. And then fresh yuzu, what it says on the packet, just a really nice clean, but with some lovely fruity notes. So no.
Nice, Kev.
I picked it up at the airport. No, I know I wanted to bring something, and this is something I really enjoy drinking and enjoying. So if you do want to, fuck up your life by buying too much shit when blackout, this is how you do it.
How many watches will come out of this? Let's find out.
Oh god!
Yeah.
I have 2 Grand Seikers.
Oh man!
Come on.
Oh, double wrist. Okay, that's a thing. That's the thing. Double wristing is a thing.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Honda Keisuke did it famously, right?
Yep.
Double wristing?
Honda Keisuke, he famously had 2 wristwatches, one that told Japan time and one that told Italy time.
Yeah. See, okay, there's something called a GMT watch where it does that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a really great function.
Actually, would be super useful.
It is
'cause
very
I'm
yeah.
For traveling
working
and stuff?
3
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I can see that, especially in the age of the internet.
Yeah,
we'll have to
totally.
get a GMT recommendation.
Yeah.
Oh, there's quite a few. Yeah, there's quite a few.
We'll talk after the
That's
show.
what I love to hear.
Yeah.
Well,
But please enjoy it. Please enjoy
thank
it.
you
thanks so much.
so
Thank you
much
so
for
much.
coming on again, Kevin.
My God.
Always a pleasure.
Is there anything else you want to mention or anything like that? That's all?
No, thank you for having me. That's
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Hey, look at all these patrons, though.
Look at all of them.
Yeah.
Hey, again, if you haven't heard of any of Kevin's works, then what are you doing? Go do that right now.
Go do that.
Okay.
He's done so much fucking awesome stuff,
Yes.
and you'll instantly love it. But yeah, thanks for coming on as
Thank
per
you.
usual. Always a
Yes.
pleasure
Thank
to
you.
have you on. Hey, by the way, guys, you can also support Trash Taste by going over to our Patreon. In fact, right now, you can go watch a Patreon exclusive weekly video. We have a brand new one that you guys can go check out right now. Mudan, play a clip of that.
Oh, another triple. No way. Let's fucking go.
Oh my god, how many of these fucking lamps do I have to break in order to get a chicken strip?
I just want some chicken.
I just want some fucking chicken
I want
strips.
some chicken strips. Well, I think we're dumb as shit. Why do I keep finding that funny? What's wrong with me?
There we go. But hey, if you want to check that out and support the show in the process, head on over to patreon.com/trashtaste. Also follow us on Twitter, send us some memes on the subreddit, and if you hate our face, listen to us on Spotify.
Yep. Well, Kevin, as your mate, I really hope you enjoy your holiday here in Japan.
Thank you.
As your boss, the revisions next week. Yeah?
Fuck off. I'm on holiday. I'm watching fast cars go in a circle.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.